I've never won an MVP award. I've been a runner-up like 3-4 times to be the MVP.
For me, it was kind of like a no-brainer when Coach said he wanted me back.
Chocolade sal de jums.
No, come on, it's still going on. Esiet sveicināti kārtējā VEF podkāstu epizodē. Edgars Barbaks.
Rudolfs Kugrāns.
Yeah, super.
Esiet sveicināti VEF ģērbtuvē.
Yeah, and today the podcast will be in English because we have two players from VEF who doesn't speak Latvian, I think. Alexander Madsen and Ron Curry. Hi.
How you doing, man?
Un visu es tulkošu latviski paralēli.
No, let's not translate this. First of all, guys, congratulations of the first trophy this year, Latvian Cup. In the beginning, I wanted to ask you guys, how are you feeling after the trophy, after those 2 COVID years playing in full house that haven't happened a lot last years? What is your emotion after the first cup this year?
First of all, I want to thank you guys inviting me.
No.
Had to be 3 years,
It took just 3 years. Yeah, it took just 3 years.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think I said it to Latvian radio interview after the game that it was like in Ventspils. People telling me, the rivals of VEF and Ventspils, and I've never seen like how is the atmosphere in Ventspils, and I really miss that. That's one of the reasons why we play, to get in front of big crowds, it's really different than playing in empty gyms. It's like playing preseason. Right. A lot of the feels like preseason games or practice games or whatever. It's been hitting like really different, even though there's like a not crazy amount of people in the games. But if there's some like fans or it makes a big difference on the games.
Yeah.
For sure. That was probably the best atmosphere that I've seen since I've been here. I was here for a little bit in 2019, but that was also like probably it's been a while because of COVID, like you said, so that I've seen a crowd like that. So I appreciate, everybody coming out to the game, and, it felt good to finally win a cup. That was my first time ever winning a cup.
You didn't win
I won a championship. I never won like the cup.
Okay.
The same for me. Same as the first time.
That was the first cup for me, and hopefully we got a couple more trophies.
Yeah.
But it was, I guess, quite easy to get into the final. Was it the feeling that it's the final and we are fighting for the trophy in this game before you came into the arena? Yeah.
Oh, for sure. I think it was like a sense of urgency from everybody, from the team, from coaches, because of the rivalry one. But they had just beat us as well. So
yeah,
we had just lost maybe like a week before that, and then we was coming back to get a revenge. And what better way to get revenge than in the cup? So
in a final,
for sure.
Actually, it's hard to say, but for like fans, neutral fans who watch also the game on TV, it was good that you guys lost the previous game because it made like more like, Ventspils beat VEF in the last game, so it's going to be a close one. And for neutral fans, it was like a bigger attraction that Ventspils had won you just guys.
Yeah, I mean, and I think also like the difference for that was that we had the national team break. So we had, we have a couple of guys, including me, like away from the team for a week and a half. And, we just lost a game before the national team break, which is like, we haven't lost too many games this season. So it's also for us a different situation. And then, you can't just like after a loss, get a day off and then go to the gym and, what's the film and see why we did wrong and what was the situations we need to be better. And you just had like a week and a half, to, process that. And then after we came from national team break, we started, preparing right away. But it's still like, you get your thoughts out, the coaches get their like mind off it and see the film. So it was, I think the mentality when we came back from the national team break, including the guys who were working out here, not too many guys, so they couldn't get like really like 5-on-5 practice. We were like, ready on the day one after the national team break to be ready on the final. even though there was like 8 days or 7 days, something like that.
Something like that, yeah, 1 week. I want to ask, like, in the final, there was a show before the final, there was show in the halftime, for like something like, but it messes with your like routine. That was maybe the reason you started so you started slow, guys, like because I don't know if that messes with you guys, that you cannot do what you do usually before the games and amount of time.
It definitely took a little longer for the game to start. We had to, like re-warm up again, and I mean, we can't really say that. I mean, we have had a history of starting slow a little bit.
This season, all season. That was my next question. Why?
I don't. That's a good question. But maybe we kind of like just figuring the team out and trying to like fill them out sometimes. But yeah, I mean, I feel like some points we've been like a second half team. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's such a bad thing.
It's better than the first half team, right?
It's better than the first half team, right? For sure. I don't think it's such a bad thing, but yeah.
You won the MVP. How important it was for you, because you had like a rough season. You didn't play so much in a Champions League because of injuries. How important for you was to win the MVP award?
I mean, for me personally, I've never won an MVP award. I've been a runner-up like 3-4 times to be the MVP, but never won an MVP, especially in a professional level or like adult life. So it was a big thing. But I feel like having a one good game, it doesn't tell the whole truth, because my team was putting me on the places that it was easy for me to be effective and help the team to win. But it's really nice to get an MVP award.
He's so humble, Ron. He deserves it, huh?
No, for sure. Double, grabbing every rebound, dunking everything. Of course. I mean,
Don't be so humble.
Took the game over. He helped us win the game. For sure.
Appreciate it.
But you will have still 2 opportunities for 2 more MVPs and 2 more championships, Latvian and Latvian-Estonian League.
Yeah.
And in this year, actually, you've been fighting for 4 trophies. Isn't it
weird to play in 4
kind of weird
tournaments?
If we also counting the Champions League, of course.
I mean, it's a little weird, but I mean, I think it's a pretty normal for most of the teams who play on a high level. They usually play some European competition, the local one, and I mean, usually in the bigger leagues there already a cup in the beginning of the season to win.
Right.
Or in Spain.
In Spain they play first cup in the beginning of the season, I think.
Yeah.
Then they got Supercopa, which is I think in somewhere like February. January, February they play top 8 teams.
No, Copa del Rey. It's called.
Yeah.
It was.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
3 weeks ago, or something like that.
Something like that, yeah, and then they play for the championship.
But in United States, like when you play high school ball, college basketball, there's no such thing as 4 tournaments. You play this one, or
no, and it's normally 1 game elimination, single game elimination. So. It's kind of like everything is like the tournament. That's why it's like March Madness is kind of like such a big deal, because it is only one, basically like 1 or 2 trophies that you can get throughout the year.
Yeah. For you as a basketball players, I want to ask, what do you like better to play playoff series, or do you like better playing this single game elimination?
Me personally, I like series.
Series?
Series for sure. I think in series is the better team normally wins. And these one game, anything can happen in a game. Somebody that maybe never scores throughout the whole year can go for 30 and win the game, and so it's kind of like I think it's fun to get a chance to prepare for teams 3 times and have to beat a team 3 times, because that really shows you kind of like who's the better team really.
I mean. It depends, what point of view you take. If you're
which team you are.
if you're the team that people are kind of betting on the winning the whole thing, you want to take it serious, because then you're like Ron said, most likely it's going to show that which team is the better, more prepared, and there's less opportunities of like you said, like somebody scores 30 or somebody goes 8 for 9 3-point shots. But if you're underdogs,
It's
you
better.
you want less games, obviously.
Yeah.
And that's why I think March Madness is one of those like I'm not calling it American thing, but kind of like they love Cinderella stories, and there's a lot of those, and obviously there's a lot of players too, like who performed like very well in the March Madness, and which carried on later on in their career. For example, Kemba Walker, even though he was playing good before, but those
He had his breakthrough. Yeah.
he got his breakthrough because of those chances, because they were big underdogs on the tournament. If I remember right. Yeah,
For sure.
There are actually rumors going around that next year this Latvian Cup, starting from last of 16 round, will be single elimination game, and it will be always played at the underdogs' home court, like those who are seeded lower. So yeah, it makes it will be a little March Madness in Latvia.
Yeah, but for Cup, I think it's great.
It's good.
To
for
have
Cup, for sure.
Single game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the next trophy you will fight for is Latvian-Estonian League. You lost last year in finals. It was hard. It was, and you know that this is the trophy VEF played 2 times in finals, and both times VEF lost. I think Ate and coaches were in both of these games. So how you want to win badly this year, I think, because
I really do. Last year was, obviously me coming off my Spain holiday, if you would call it. That was tough. I still remember the feeling after the game. Everybody was just sitting here like quiet for I don't know, 20 minutes, even though coach left. Some of the guys just need to get out of here from the team right away. But I mean, this year we gotta win for sure. I think you said it's 4th year when we actually played Estonian Latvian League.
No, it's 4th, but the 1 year it didn't finish because of COVID, of course. Yeah.
So and VEF has never won it, so it's a big deal for the club, big deal for the players, for the coaching staff. So I mean, that's our main focus, to win that. I heard that we played in Riga.
Arena Riga, yes,
Yeah,
the Final
so-
Four will be there. Yeah.
We get a home court advantage again. I hope we can get some crowd. Last year we only had those paper people on the.
No, I remember we had
Lots of
LED
paper
screens.
people. Oh, yeah,
there
LED
were LED
screens.
screens with people. That was the only
And some-
only fans in the
yeah.
Final 6. Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. It's a payback time.
Yeah.
But you said the home court, of course, which Arena Riga is, but lots of Latvian players say that they actually are not quite enjoying playing in Arena Riga because those baskets are bad for shooting 3-point shots.
Yeah, I don't know. Lots of shooters, like even Jānis Blooms, he said that he doesn't like Arena Riga baskets. Do you feel something that they are different or no? No, yeah.
For me, no. I enjoy playing. I get a whole totally different feeling walking into the arena. It's I enjoy it. So I don't have really.
And how you're feeling as a team? This year you played lots of games in the Champions League where you were underdogs. You were underdogs against Dijon because of the budget. The team has much bigger budget. Now you will be because of the games in the regular season. You are number 1 favorites in Latvian Estonia League. Do you like to playing as those as number 1 seed?
I mean, I don't think we really think about it.
Okay.
I don't think we really think about it too much. I mean, obviously, I feel like we know that we have, one of the better teams. It's just going out and proving it every time we play that we are. We should deserve this, this number 1 seed and just try to play like it. You know what I'm saying?
But it's easier to play as an underdog, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, sure, it's no like expectation. Kind of, you just go play free. Kind of just nobody expects you to win. Maybe it's just like easier to play. You know, kind of no pressure. So, I mean, that's why I could see, like from the underdog standpoint, where, you know, a lot of teams, you know, thrive in that. A lot of teams, you know, play well because of without having any pressure and stuff like that.
Because I think you will have like. I hope to see the last year's final because I think it's gonna be really hard. Like Tallinn is like, I don't know, like a sleeping lion because Tallinn lost they also had the Estonia Cup this year and they lost to Tartu, the team that even is in playoffs right now in Latvian Estonia League. They had bad season in Champions League. They of course don't play VTB anymore, and I think it's gonna be a good competition. And Stelmachers is a good coach as well. There. And so before we keep talking about basketball, I want to ask this question. The one new thing you have in the team, you now have this Ukrainian player. I forgot the name. Vitaly. And I want just guys ask. We need to talk about that. How are you guys now feeling just playing basketball, but knowing what is going in the world in Ukraine? Doesn't like disturb you, or you still can concentrate to playing basketball? And what is your like all around thoughts about that, what is happening?
Yeah, obviously the situation in Ukraine is like, it's devastating. Every day in the news, you open up the news more than,
Ever,
probably. And I think it's unacceptable to do stuff like this. I can't really give the right comment, but for my point of view, it's like I don't understand why would somebody do stuff like this, and yeah, I mean, I try to avoid watching news all the time because I feel like there's all the time something speculations what's gonna happen and what will happen, and it affects everybody's lives, especially here in Europe. Especially Ukrainian people. When Vitaly came, I remember I was feeling kind of anxious, when he arrived. Not because of him personally, but the situation where he's coming from, and I was talking with him a little bit, how he saw the situation, how did it happen to him, and he was telling he was with the national team in Spain, and the war erupted after the first game in Spain. I think the second one was supposed to be in Ukraine, and yeah, it's rough, and especially when you see you have a teammate here, and you kind of you don't even want to bring the topic.
Yeah, of course.
You don't want to even talk about it because you never know what he's feeling. It's great, what I see, the people want to help the people, like the Ukrainian people in Finland. They are giving apartments away, that when people come to Finland, and I think Finnair gave 95% discount to all the flights, for the Ukrainians to get wherever they need to, get away from the war. But yeah, I just hope this war ends as soon as possible, with least damage is possible, and it's and to be honest, I feel also bad for people in Russia.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, partly for at least the people who know what's going on. I know that there's also a lot of people who even don't know what's going on because of media and
because they live in that media bubble.
Kind of bubble, but it's still not right, for sure not.
How was it for you? You've been living in a country which has a border with Russia.
Right.
Doesn't it alert you?
I mean, it's definitely different. It's a scary situation. I couldn't even really imagine, being on the other side, being in Ukraine or anything like that. I do know, with some players that got stuck there, stuff like this. But, I mean, that's really a scary, unfortunate situation. So, it's a shame that in this time, in 2022, we got to talk about war and stuff like this. It's kind of it's a little crazy, but you know, I just just gotta keep praying and hopefully they get through it, and hopefully everybody can get back to some type of normalcy, you know, in the near future. So.
Yeah.
But do you feel safe here right now, this moment?
I feel safe right now, until I guess otherwise. But for sure, right now I feel safe.
Don't scare him. He has like big games.
I mean, I think this is one of those what I said before, and you know, if you watch the news all the time, you're gonna be scared.
Yeah, of course.
And if you're gonna be all the time like watching over your shoulder, you're gonna live in like you're gonna be scared all the time, because this is like to be honest, like really bad thing going in the world, but it's still like there's other stuff you can be worried about, and if you're all the time worried about something, it's going to drain all your energy all the time. So it's kind of like you gotta go day by day and hope for the best, and like I said, hopefully this ends soon.
Yeah, I think we need to stay informed, to know what's going on, but not too much. And like VEF is doing now with Vitaly, and like everybody just need help how we can do. And I think what VEF is doing now with letting Vitaly play, and also there's his paycheck, and the second paycheck is every month, like for Ukraine. I think that's the most we can do now.
Yeah.
What do you think about those athletes who are still in Russia and playing for Russian teams right now?
Yeah, there are actually quite of like basketball players, but like from states, like from CSK everybody's gone. From Zenit, I think everybody's gone, but like in Lokomotiv Kuban, everybody is still there. Everybody is still playing. It's but maybe they are not letting them away. We don't know that, you know.
Right. Definitely don't know the whole situation. Everybody's situation different. Maybe some people need to stay.
Yeah.
It's for financial reasons or something. But everybody's situation different, so I can't really try to think about what they're really thinking about. It's hard. It's hard because it's a tough situation for everybody, really.
Yeah. Yeah, we can let's keep talking about basketball. But the last thing I want to say, for one Latvian player, there were 3 Latvian players playing in Russia, and in the beginning one of them stayed. And everybody, also me, a little bit too much, maybe, he stayed, why he stayed, but now he's back, and he was saying, it wasn't my choice to stay. They said, you have 2-year contract. If you now leave, you have to pay me, you have to pay the club all the money we paid you and the money we supposed to pay you, and so it wasn't so easy from him to get out of there.
Yeah, I mean, everything is never that black and white, as people seem to be, it seem like it. So.
Okay, but let's keep talking about your careers. That's why this podcast is here. Ron, you lived in States. You played college, and we always like to ask American players. Your first club in Europe, in Slovenia, yes.
Yes.
What was like for you to go to the States, to Slovenia, and what was like first impression, first shocks?
That was a culture shock for sure. Not many people. It was a small town in Slovenia.
Do you even remember the name of the town?
Novo Mesto.
No, yeah.
Novo Mesto.
Mesto.
It's definitely small.
New place in the translation.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know how many people, but I don't think it's. I think maybe I don't want to throw no wrong numbers out there, so maybe if you can Google or something.
I Googled it because I watched it today, but I also forgot almost like the name. Yeah.
It was culture shock. Not many people spoke English. Maybe a few spots to eat in the whole town. I was kind of ready to leave every week. People had to talk me out of it. It's kind of
leaving. Yeah, you wanted to leave.
I wanted to go home. You're there. It's first year, so you're not really making a lot of money. You're kind of in the middle of nowhere, missing everybody. It's a tough situation to get through. I'm glad that I did get through it. It taught me a lot about myself, and just how to fight through adversity. I feel like I can play anywhere now, kind of going through experience like that.
But okay, you don't earn a lot of money, but people. You don't have a lot of places to spend it. So
yeah.
Look from the bright side.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Yeah, it's 22,000 people living in Novo Mesto. Yeah, it's small.
Yeah, it's small.
No, it's for Latvia. It's actually it's okay city. For
I was
Latvia.
about to say that's a city in Finland. Right
What?
there. That's a city in Finland,
No,
not a town.
It's city like in Ventspils is 25,000, I think, as well. Like it's not so big. And then you have like you played in Hungary, yes. But that you like playing there because you were there first your years. Then you came to VEF. Then you went back to Hungary. That you feel okay there, and it was better than Novo Mesto.
Oh yeah, definitely better than Slovenia. You know, the league is a little better. You know, each team in Hungary kind of has like 4 to 5 foreigners. So you're kind of playing against, you know, a lot of good talent. You know, every you know, some of the bottom teams maybe, you know, the local guys aren't as good, but there's a lot of foreigners in the league, so it's pretty competitive. You know, they have like great fan bases in Hungary. It's like a kind of a good place to play. And just enjoy playing. So I didn't mind going back for sure.
But how it was for you? You played in like VEF and Ventspils are in Latvia the biggest rivals, and then you play in Falco, and the next year you played against I think the biggest enemies for them. I forgot the name of the team.
Alba Fairhurst.
Yeah, there are like the biggest rivals there. How it was to play, like to go to the enemy side there.
Yeah. Well, it was no fans, so we were playing. We were playing in empty gyms. So it was kind of like you didn't really get the full effect of it, really.
Yeah,
I kind of got it. I kind of got it this year when we went back to play there in Champions League. I kind of, you know.
They didn't welcome you really good there.
Oh no, they showed love, but you know they were fighting for first place. So I mean, the fans. They have a great fan base. And it was a good atmosphere in there for sure. Okay.
And for you both guys, your first season in VEF was the same season you started. Okay, it's only like been 3 years, but what has changed here in VEF? Like, because I think like that year was the worst year in the Basketball Champions League for VEF, and now the last 2 years are like a little bit roller coaster, but we win some games. We've actually fight for, I don't know, top 16 last year for top 8. What changed like in those couple of years here?
Except the locker room.
Except the locker room.
Except the locker room. First year when I got here, I think we had a decent team. I felt like we had a good team, like the guys we had on that year. Maybe not as experienced. We had a range of, you know, from Kuruds to Blooms. You know, it's something
20
between.
years. Yeah.
Yeah, there was like a lot of you know, not really like you know, veterans, or not like really like young, you know, team. So I mean, I think like that year we were just like we were so much looking for our like way of playing. We struggled a lot in Latvian Estonian league with basically every team. We barely won like in 10 points or something like that, and you know, a lot of injuries surprisingly in my my behalf. But I hope those are back like behind already. But yeah, and then last season we bring 3 Americans, and we had a hungry team. Like everybody was ready to, you know, be at the gym first. Like basically last season was one of those years that you came 40 minutes before the practice and you felt like you were late. You just see everybody's gear on their spots, and, you know, nobody in the locker room and everybody already working out. So
I'll interrupt, but like the question for both of you, maybe those were the like only plus upside from the like the COVID situation, because you couldn't do nothing else. You couldn't go to the cafes or cinema because everything was closed, and so you just need to go to the practice early, I think.
Yeah, but I
But
mean,
it's like a normal day in Novo Mesto.
No, okay.
but I mean, I don't think it's only because of COVID.
But the team.
Know? But I think the mentality from a few players who started the whole thing, Alman, Pinedo, they started it. They came like, I don't know, 2 hours before the practices. just to work out like I don't know, hour. And then they chilled before we started like as a team, and then it stuck kind of like it started to, you know, people started to be like, oh, these guys are getting better, you know, maybe I should come a little bit earlier. And I think like the atmosphere from the club, it was the first year I got here, it was already like professional, you know, everything they had, like the locker rooms, the physios, the coaches. But I think that that is one of the things that changed the most, like from year 1 to year 3, that you know, the professionalism is getting like higher and higher all the time. Like the stuff that the club is demanding from the players is getting higher and higher, and you know, that's one of the things I love the most. Like, you know, when you bring in guys, and you know, the more and more you have to be more professional, and even though it's a low budget team, kind of in a big picture,
in Europe,
but it's still like the level is high.
And and what was the main reasons for you? Like, you played like I think you played only one game in Champions League that year.
Played 2.
You played 2, yeah.
Yeah.
You were in the only victory in that year, actually.
Yeah,
the first game, VEF won, that was the only one, sir. And then you left, and what was like the main reasons you decided this year to come back to VEF and give another shot here?
So honestly, like, I left, you know, I had family situations, I had to leave.
Yeah, I mean.
So it's like, I kind of felt like, after I left, I kind of felt like if it was a way I could have stayed, or I probably, you know, I was like kind of almost regretting it in a sense. So I was like, you know, if I ever get a chance to go back, you know, I'm gonna, you know, try to go back and, you know, have the best season, because this is a good place for a lot of players to come, you know, and kind of showcase what they can really do. You know, especially playing in Champions League, and, you know, it was just, for me, it was kind of like a no-brainer when Coach said he wanted me back. You know, I knew that it was going to be in Champions League, that we would be in Champions League again. And, man, shout out to last year's team, too, because I saw them, and it kind of inspired me a little bit, too. Like, man, let me get back and try to, you know, make something happen. So.
Yeah. And, the last year's Americans proved that it was a great place to showcase yourself, and they are playing now in, I think, top European leagues, France, Turkey, and Israeli league.
Yeah.
Don't forget Igers.
Igers in Germany, of course. Yes. Now he's injured, I think. Yes, that's why he wasn't in the national team as well.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Never forget Igers. Sorry, Igers. I'm feeling bad now. And about the coaches, you talk about coaches like.
Werners. Why are we not talking about Werners too?
He's in. No, he's in Italy now. Right, but
and also Mars is in Estonia. You're gonna play against him.
He played VTB, so. You know.
Okay. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, not only Americans. There's a lot of guys who.
Okay. But yeah, let's talk about Coach Gaila. It's he's different. Like all European coaches are probably, I think, a lot of different than the coaches in America. What was that shock like? Because I think Gaila is like super European coach. Like how it was for you, like now and in the beginning of your European campaign to play with the European coach. What's the biggest differences?
That's a tough question. I definitely is something like every coach is different, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've had some, you know, Serbian or like, you know, Bosnian coaches that practice 2 times a day, every single day, and
during the season, yeah.
During the season, throughout this, and don't really care about, you know, you getting much recovery or you just figure it out. You know, it's kind of. But Coach kind of does a great job with our like practice schedule, and it was his coaching style is a little different. It was definitely something that I had to get used to, but like you know, from the first time and coming back, I kind of knew what to expect. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I can just come in and just, you know, try to, you know, play basketball and kind of just be myself and do what I do. Mm-hmm. And I think he lets me do that. So.
And you played with Coach Gaila for 3 years. Like, everybody's talking. I think I want to know if you agree that he has grown as a coach in those 3 years, I think, as well, because also he's now more emotional stable, I think, than he was like some couple of years ago.
That's a harsh statement. No,
no, he's an
to
emotional.
be honest, from my point of view, these 3 years they've been a little different. But I mean, I think the biggest thing is that when you understand what coach wants from you. And what is he expecting you to be? How he's expecting you to play, to work, outside of the games, like on the practices, on the locker rooms, with the people, and you understand how he thinks about stuff. It makes a lot of sense. I remember first year was tough for me, like overall, like when I came and all the like, how you played and how he was selling stuff, it was like hard, it was really hard. But once you start to understand and you just understand that he, in the end of the day, he wants the best for you. It doesn't matter, like if it doesn't work, like kind of like easy way, then he needs to be a little more harsh, sometimes more than a little harsh. Okay. But I mean, he has one goal, and his goal is to get people better. And also he wants the people to go somewhere from here. He understands that players are not like, when players come in here, he wants them to be hungry. He wants them to get better by themselves. Like he wants people to be like hungry to get better. And he wants people to go better places from here. And that's I respect that from a lot of coaches who are like thinking like this, not as just like, we need this player. We just want him to, be here for the rest of his career
and help us to win. But
but in the on the other side, while doing that, he wants you to get like, get better through the process.
Yeah, I listened when I was coming to this podcast. I listened interview with your team captain, artist. And I wanted to ask you guys, maybe you can tell a little bit what is in there. He said that now, like every day, your physical coach, Oskars, he gives you like a Q&A, something type of thing, like how you're feeling and something like that, yes?
Yeah, I mean, the first season I got here, already, he had this like questionnaire after every day off.
Yeah.
So it's like 1 to 5, you have like 5 questions. You just have to put like number 1 to 5. It's like bad to good, kind of. And there's like breakfast, sleeping, stuff like this. And then you have to like write down if you have an injury or you're like feeling sick or something. And then we come in. We usually have weights after a day off, and we have like a jumping test on the weight room before the practice that it shows kind of your recovery. It's not a maximum jumping, but it's just to see like how is the level going, because I guess it shows how good you recovered from day off. And also this season is new that we have like an application that you put your finger, like your what is it called, like front finger or
index finger,
to the camera lens.
Okay.
And it takes your heartbeat.
Ah.
And your what is the other thing? It counts like heartbeat and.
It's the
variety of art, something.
He just
something else.
Yeah, okay.
And it's like pretty accurate, and it shows also your recovery, and all that information goes to coaches, and they can see like if the guys are recovering or stuff like this, So it's they are trying to develop this kind of stuff year by year, to get more information from the players, And also after every practice, he asks a number from 1 to 10, how hard was the practice, and they also see like how tired.
You give like yourself? You give
you just say like 1 to 10, how hard was the practice, and obviously for every player it's different,
Yeah, but
this finger thing is something new, but it's. For the next years, they're gonna implant you a microchip, and so for all the time he can monitor your
whatever you do.
Bill Gates will do that.
And next year they're gonna get your card information, what you buy from the store.
Yeah, but what is for example, if everybody says that the practice was like 9, 8, 10 hard, then what did that mean? The next practice will be a little bit like easier, or?
No, it means you thought that this is hard.
No,
I will show you what's hard.
What he do with those results when you evaluate the practice?
I mean, I think that's one of the biggest things here. Also, what I like that the connection between the physios, the trainer, and the coach is I've never seen anything like that. They talk between each other. Like if somebody's having injury or something, so they're gonna change the practice a little bit. For example, you got one more guy on your team, so you can sub more, or if we have 2 days in a row and everybody's giving numbers 8 or 9 on the practice, and they're gonna be like, okay, maybe we go a little bit shorter next time. I mean, maybe the players don't recognize it, but once you've been 3 years here, you kind of see if you've seen the team tired for 2 days in a row, and then it doesn't necessarily mean we don't have a tape practice, but it's much shorter than usually, before the games or something, that they really trying to take care of the players, their physical performance, because mentally you can practice still, even though your body is kind of tired, and or they change, we run a little bit more just to get the heartbeat up or something, it kind of changes.
Yeah, Ron, you said you play with those Serbian and Bosnian coaches. I think they don't ask players questions how they are feeling during those practices. No?
Nah, not really. It's kind of just 100 miles an hour.
All the time.
All the time. It was tough. I mean, it's definitely tough on the body. Tough on your mind too. It's kind of sometimes it could get a little bit too much, but at the end of the day, what can you do? You can't really say nothing. You just kind of got to get through it.
But it was all season long, even during playoffs. Yeah,
all season long. During playoffs, I mean, we have 2 practices. Come shoot in the morning, and at night we're gonna play hard. We're gonna run a lot. We're gonna have a full practice. So I've dealt with a lot of different type of coaches, and this is by far the best training schedule that I have. Sure.
Yeah, I think those Serbian and Bosnian type coach, I think it's a dying breed. I think everybody will become more whatever player needs. At least I think those everybody runs the same. I don't care if you are center or point guard. Everybody do the same.
But that's kind of old school when everybody thought.
Yeah,
the more
and that's
you
why
run,
everybody
better you will become.
Yeah, and then when they are 25 years old, there are veterans who are ending their careers with I don't know. I think it's not great. Ron, you are everybody is used to it when American players come to play to Europe. There are usually scorers, offensive-minded players. But I think you are pretty defensive-minded player. Have you always been like that, and you love play defense? I don't know, maybe more than offense. Sometimes it looks like.
I actually have. Even growing up, kind of every team I've ever played for really emphasized defense. Since I was a child, really. So I kind of grew up enjoying playing defense, and it kind of it just stuck with me. Mm-hmm. Even in college, when I was our team's best player, and I had to score more, and I would still like guard everybody's best player and stuff. So it kind of prepared me to get to this point now where I can, kind of do a little bit of everything. If I feel like if the team might need me to score a little bit more tonight, I can do that. If I need to guard somebody, not really worry about scoring, I can do that as well. So, I just enjoy playing defense and trying to get stops, blocking shots, stuff like that. That to me, that's kind of what I like doing the most for sure.
So if you choose a flashy block shot or a 3-point shot, you will choose a block shot?
Not all the time.
Not all.
It depends.
You can't block a shot in offensive end.
I ain't gonna lie, step back 3 feels good too, but I don't know. It depends. Maybe the game or something, the situation. But most of the time, I would definitely I would say the block a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm. Where are you feeling the most good about your game? right now at this point in your career? Like okay, this is what I do the best at this point.
Those slam dunks, of course.
The most good I feel on the game.
Like, well, not much good. Like, well, you feel
when I'm on the court.
Just on the court.
When I'm on the court. I mean.
Not in Spain.
No, not in Spain. Not injured. You know, watching the games from the side, not watching the practices. I just, every time I'm on the court, I just, you know, you kind of lose the feeling of, you know, how much you actually want to play.
When you are playing all the time.
When you are playing all the time. But then once, you know, these kind of things happen, you know, with, COVID first, you know, you miss all the playoffs and then injuries and surgeries and then you're just like, man, I just wanna be on the court. Like, doesn't matter if I'm hurting a little bit, I just wanna play.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but can you tell us in a few words, what were you doing on those Spanish holidays?
So for the people who are like, I will do the intro. Like for the people who don't know that because it's not like a common knowledge in the world. Alexander, last year, you spent
21 days.
21 days, because of COVID in Spain in a hotel room. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny because like nobody actually knows that. People thought I was like injured or something. Surprisingly. Not even in Finland, like our national team guys or nobody like knew like, oh, you were in Spain for 21 days. But yeah, I got tested positive for COVID after the first game of round of 16 in Champions League, and I had to stay in Spain, obviously because you needed a negative test
to
fly, to even enter the plane. So I stayed in Burgos in a hotel. It was tough because I thought it was going to be 10 days and then you kind of like free, you know, you can walk outside and, you know, go for a little run in case, you're feeling okay. And then these people tell me like, you were the first in this kind of event. So in Spanish laws, it says that you can't leave the hotel room.
God damn.
So, I mean, at least they gave me a little bit bigger apartment. I got a balcony, so I can just like stay outside a little bit. But we're not talking about a regular Spanish holiday when it's like 20 degrees and sun is shining. I remember this one morning, I was like, oh, today I feel like I'm going to go out for, you know, drink coffee outside, you know, and just like enjoy a little bit warm because it was spring. It was around this time of the year. I was actually thinking about it in the car. Like, I don't remember spring because I was in Spain. But yeah, so one morning I was like, I'm gonna go outside, and then I opened up my curtains and I was like, man, there's like white, like snow
in Spain. Yeah, I remember something like that.
I was like, man, I just close the curtains and I go back to sleep, and you know. But no, what I did there is like my boy Werner saved me. He had a PlayStation with him.
He left,
and he left the PlayStation for me. So that was basically what I was doing. But yeah, it was horrible, man. The first 10 days was kind of easy. You were like, I'm gonna get sick. I'll be sick for like a couple of days, and then I can start doing something. But then, you know, it's day 14. You go to test. It's positive. One day in between, you wait the results. Next day, you go test, positive, test, positive, test, positive. And then it's like test, inconclusive. Oh, you got to go one more time. And then I remember, I think it was like 14-hour travel back home with, you know, all the public bus and, you know, 3 flights. And then Rolly picking me up from Tallinn. I was home like 5 o'clock.
Right. You were to Tallinn.
Yeah, it was something else, you know.
Great experience, you know. You have to think if everything is happening in your life. It's a great experience.
I mean,
how many hours did you sleep in at that point? Like, I would probably sleep all the time. Just know.
I mean, I was sleeping a lot, but the rhythm was kind of weird because obviously it's a time of COVID, you know, or times of COVID, and I had to order the food from the restaurant downstairs. And the restaurant was open from 8 to 10 or 7 to 10, and then they open up at 5. So I had to order breakfast before 9 o'clock and then lunch at the same time. so my lunch was never warm. And then one time I was usually trying to order like a salad and some like omelet or something, and then one day I was like, I want to order French fries and a steak for lunch. I was like, I need this today. And then they bring me the food and it's cold. And I was like, man, these French fries been like in the fridge for like 3 hours. So I was like, man, you got to be kidding me.
Cold steak, cold French fries, nice. Great experience. So you feel better being on the court, not doing this, yeah?
Yes, definitely.
Still answering that question. Okay, let's talk like in the end a little bit outside of basketball. You both play basketball, but you all have some hobbies, something like around. You do music, yes?
I do. Yes.
Because I know the people are talking where people can go and listen to your music.
It's everywhere. Wherever you listen to music at, that's where it's at. It's
And
Apple
it's
Music,
Spotify as well?
Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube.
And how it started? Like you were playing basketball and like.
Honestly, I didn't start until I went to Slovenia.
Oh, okay.
It was nothing for me to do. So I was like just in my house, I had my laptop, and I just one day just started kind of creating music. It was bad at first, for sure. It was actually bad, but I was doing it every day. I kind of started enjoying it, and then I got better. So.
But it's
You
now.
gotta be thankful to Noah Meston.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah,
I think you like the Noah Master.
Yeah,
you should go there. But like now you're like doing everything alone, or is there people like helping you producing, doing I don't know beats or?
I have to buy beats, find them. I find beats, buy it, and I kind of I found a place actually in the city to record.
Here in Riga? No.
Here in Riga, yeah.
Which place? You don't know?
I wouldn't be able to tell you. But most of the time, coming up, I was recording myself because, that's all I could really do. So I would just record myself, and I learned how to, I guess engineer in a sense my own music. And I enjoy doing it. It's kind of like a outlet for me to kind of, say some stuff and speak what's on my mind a little bit and kind of what I'm going through a little bit. So I use it as kind of a little therapy a little bit.
Nice. But like, if you haven't never done it in the States, but did you feel inside that, okay, I have what it takes because like I cannot sing, I cannot rap, but how you discovered that you can do that? You just did it?
Yeah, I just randomly, playing around, just playing around with my friends, it's just like, I think I can make a little music. But like I told you, it was bad. So,
yeah.
So even though it's bad, I had fun doing it. So I was like, I just keep doing it. And eventually I got better and more confident enough to I was like, I can start releasing music now.
Okay. We probably will put a link down, for music.
Yeah.
And
Does Ron puts it on a locker room also sometime?
Ron.
Somebody else?
The thing is that Ron doesn't want to play his music, but everybody else wants to play Ron's music.
And do you listen when everybody else plays?
It's cool. It's a little weird. I feel when I'm around, it's like I'm not the guy that's gonna be like, hey, listen to my music. If you like it, I appreciate it. But I won't be the guy to do it. Yeah. I kind of listen to, I've heard this song so much, especially with me recording myself. It's like I've heard this song 1,000 times. So by the time everybody else is hearing it, it's like kind of old to me.
Yeah.
Right? It's just like what new am I working on, kind of, and then it's just like, so I don't mind. I actually enjoy it when other people. I appreciate it that people like it, but I won't be the guy to
We should put it in arena, like.
Sure.
They have played.
They had played, yes. Okay. No, I don't remember. Maybe. And the follow-up question: who you think is the best from all NBA players? Because a lot of NBA players tried to do music. I remember there was this guy, Troy Hudson, and I think he did not really good job. But really, it was not that so good. But who you think that does the best job doing music from basketball players? Dame time, right?
Damian Lillard is really good. He can really rap, but that's not really my style of music. So I would say Miles Bridges.
Miles Bridges.
I've heard some of his music. It's fire. I like it.
Okay. Yeah, because Dame's music is like now, like when he drops a new, it's like super professional. Like he has everything, good videos and.
Yeah, he's like a super, I don't know, conscious or rappy rapper. Like this is like I like more like vibe music type of, music that have fun to a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So go listen to Ron's music.
For sure.
Yeah, Ron. Let's go.
Ron, yeah.
Ron, okay. And do you also do music in your free time or no?
Chocolate sal de Jungs.
No, come on. It's still going on.
Spain was the opportunity. Unfortunately, you had the PlayStation. Otherwise, it would be music.
I would have been made in Burgos with music in Latvia.
Ate said about in the halftime of the Latvian Cup, there was this. I listened to the interview. There was this Latvian band playing.
Yeah, I know.
And Ate likes that band.
Yeah, because he was singing in Champion before the Champions League.
Yeah.
I know this.
Yeah, and he said, the halftime show, it was a bit longer, but I enjoy it. They could play a couple of more songs because I like that song. So,
I know.
I heard that song in the locker room.
Yeah.
I hear that.
Those are the guys who are gonna represent Latvia in
Eurovision?
Eurovision, yeah, they won, and their song in Eurovision starts with. It's now popular in TikTok because there starts with the phrase. It's about living green, and it starts with the phrase, "Instead of meat, I eat veggies and pussy."
Oh,
they
yeah,
start
that
the
one.
song like that, and it's like,
I've heard
okay.
that definitely.
Damn.
Harry is
Okay.
playing that in the physio room.
Yeah, but it's gonna be stupid in Eurovision because Eurovision already canceled the word pussy, so it's gonna be instead of meat, I eat veggies and. Nah.
Yeah. So it's not like Finland that middle fingers up.
You won Eurovision with some weird dudes in monster costumes.
Come on, Lordy, it's
Lord.
not weird dudes.
Come on. I will show you. It is weird.
It's Maris and Gadik's favorite, band. They're always playing Lordi in
Hard rock, hallelujah.
Yeah.
This was weird, man.
Ron has no idea what are we talking about now.
Okay, I will show Ron how he's from Finland, and you know what is Eurovision? Probably no.
Is this like American Idol, but the Europe version?
No, it's like a
New music
like yeah.
contest or something.
Every country in Europe has their own like Atlas. Yeah, contest. And every country decides one song each year that goes to the big Eurovision contest.
Okay.
And then in 2 nights, everybody presents their song, and people all around Europe are voting who's gonna be the.
And it's basically like there's not gonna be like well known.
Yeah.
Like,
and I will
artists or
show the
band.
picture. The only band
Sort of
who
finish
won from Finland.
How long ago was that?
10 years.
This is 2004, 2006.
Yeah, and the song was called Hard Rock Hallelujah.
I will play it in the locker room. I think the guys played it already before. Or weight room music.
Yeah,
For sure, weight room music.
yeah, but okay. Ron has hip hop. What do you do in like your spare time here in Riga?
I usually play PlayStation a lot,
Okay.
but
You also play PlayStation?
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit.
but for a hobby, I'm collecting Pokemon trading cards.
Okay. No, it's okay. I like.
No,
Pokemon.
shit.
No, we don't have anything
But
to
they
speak
did no.
No. That's from my childhood. I remember when I was a kid, I did that, and then 2 years ago, Logan Paul opened up these like really old ones, and then like it kind of started again from that. I had my old ones still at my home, and I was like, man, why not? To get some nostalgia from childhood. To try to get them, catch them all.
Yeah, and PlayStation is not nostalgia from the.
Well, PS5, that's
No, I do. Yeah, like I still watch like all superhero movies and buy comic books because of like I did it from childhood. And one more thing, do you have like any other sports beside basketball you are like following, what you are watching? I don't know. Yeah, some different sports you are like maybe rooting some team. And
I mean, when American football is on, I watch it. I'm from Philadelphia, so
my favorite team is Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah,
Nice.
Oh,
yeah,
see?
city of brotherly love.
That's
Yeah.
it right there. It's the only team to like. We weren't that good this year, but
Yeah, but you have bright future because you have like I think 3 or 4 first-round draft picks this year. So and you already have a decent team first draft.
yeah, we'll be all right. We was rebuilding this year, but that's pretty much the only sport I really watch besides basketball. Is American football, yeah.
Yeah, it was. I can share a story because the last time Philadelphia won Super Bowl, like they were playing Patriots, and we were watching here in big pub, and everybody was like rooting for New England Patriots because if you live in Latvia, you know Brady, and you probably don't know any other player. And I was the only one who was rooting for Eagles. And the party after that was so cool because everybody was sad, and I was like, "Hey, let's drink some beer, man!" I was the only happy guy in the whole pub because I was Yeah, and how you think that that was the shortest retirement in the world for Tom Brady? He's already back.
A few weeks, huh?
Yeah, he's already
Retired for a few weeks and he's right back. I knew that would probably happen.
You think? Yeah. I think it's hard for Gronkowski now. He probably wanted to retire as well, and now Brady is back. I have to go back as well.
Maybe.
No, there you go.
Yeah, shame you have to go get 10 million for the season. Shame.
Yeah. Did you like probably this year's Super Bowl? What do you like better this year, Super Bowl or the halftime performance this year?
Halftime was definitely one of the better ones I've seen. The game was good too, though.
The game was good, yes.
I would say halftime though. You don't really see that often.
Yeah.
You know, the NFL kind of has different type of artists that they normally let perform at halftime.
Yeah, Coldplay and Jennifer Lopez, something like that.
Yeah, people that I haven't really listened to before. So that was kind of one of the first time it was like, songs that I grew up on and knew, and, stuff like that. So it was cool.
Yeah, it was cool because in 2 times in my life I have fell asleep during the halftime show when I watch Home Alone, and it's night and the halftime show is Jennifer Lopez and I don't care and I fell asleep. And this year it was like, okay, I will see the second half.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And for you, do you follow probably not football?
Volleyball.
Volleyball because of your
Because of my sisters. Yeah.
sister. Okay, sisters.
Yes.
They both are in a national team.
Yeah.
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 And it's finished like it's a good team, like in European contest,
This year, I don't think they played European contest this year. My little sister is playing. My bigger sister is got injured again, ACL.
It's common, yeah. Sorry.
No jokes about that.
Okay, sorry.
It's in the past now.
Okay.
So yeah, I try to follow my family, how they doing. My sister especially. But yeah, that's the sport I follow.
Okay.
Have you tried yourself? Maybe some practices or?
I played 8 years or 10 years. 8 years, probably 8-9 years volleyball myself. That was the last other sport I played. I had to choose when I was like 14 or 15. Mm-hmm. I had to choose,
You played both, yes?
Yeah, I played a lot of sports when I was young. I had privilege to try a lot of sports when I was younger.
Okay, what else? Ice hockey?
Ice hockey.
Of course, Finland.
Soccer, floorball.
You know what is floorball?
No.
Of course.
Yeah, it's in the Nordics,
Yeah, no, it's
It's kind of ice hockey, but on a basketball court.
It's ice hockey for people who cannot skate.
Cannot afford. In Latvia, it's ice hockey for people who cannot afford to buy all the gear because they are just basically playing ice hockey, but with the ball and just running in the gym.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, yeah, floorball. Floorball is big in Finland.
Yeah.
It's also big in Latvia. We are the 5th best country in the world. Yeah. Now it's the floorball league playoffs are going. I know all that because my friend is a national team goalkeeper.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a weird guy. He's he also always has Coca-Cola in his bottle. The bottle he has on the net. He only has Coca-Cola there, never water. I don't know, it's floorball. Okay, I think
never just a virgin Coke.
No. Come on, no. Okay, I think it was great talking with you guys, and we wish you we wish you to
Two
have
more cups.
two more trophies, and so I think you will make the Final Four, and so it's gonna be in Latvia in Arena Riga. I think April 9, 10.
I think it was 14 and 15.
No.
Oh yeah, 8 and 9.
8 and 9. So
or 9 and 10. 9
everybody,
and 10 probably.
come to
We'll see.
games.
Probably there should be some more information about
Yeah, not just this. So come to Arena. You will see good basketball. Hopefully, see VEF winning a championship title, and hopefully hear some Ron songs in Arena. Yeah,
Definitely.
thank you guys.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.